Yo, what's good, fam? Welcome back to Street Ethics TV podcast, where we break down the real, the raw, and the righteous. I'm your host, 323 Committed 10. Today, we diving deep into a topic that got everybody talking: industry gatekeepers. Who are these people? Why do they hold so much power? And how do you get past them when they're trying to block your shine? Whether you're trying to break into music, film, tech, or fashion, or any hustle, you know there's always somebody standing at the door holding the keys. Today we're unpacking who these gatekeepers are, how they operate, and most importantly, how you can navigate their game without losing your soul. Alright, let's start with the basics. Let's define the gatekeepers. Who or what is a gatekeeper? In the streets, a gatekeeper might be that one connect who controls the plug, right? In the industry, it's not much different. Gatekeepers are the people or systems that decide who gets in and who stays out. Think record execs, casting directors, venture capitalists, or even those shadowy algorithms on social media platforms that boost or bury your content. These folks hold the power to greenlight your project, fund your startup, or put your music in front of millions. But here's the catch: they're not always looking out for you. Sometimes it's about who they know, who paying them, or what fits their agenda. Let me paint a picture. You're a dope rapper with bars for days. You got a demo that's fire, but the A&R at the label won't even listen unless you got 100K followers or a cosign from somebody they trust. That's gatekeeping. Or maybe you're a filmmaker and your script is heat, but the studio exec says it's not marketable because it's too urban or too niche. Gatekeeping again. And it's not just entertainment. In tech, gatekeepers might be the VCs who only fund startups from their Ivy League network. In fashion, it's the editors or buyers who decide what brands get shelf space. These gatekeepers aren't just holding keys, they're holding dreams hostage. So why does this matter? Because gatekeepers can make or break your come up. And if you don't understand their game, you playing checkers while they're playing chess. But here's the real question: are gatekeepers necessary? Some say they're the filter that keeps quality high. Others say they're just power hungry middleman stifling creativity. What do y'all think? Hit us up on X at StreetEthics_ and let us know, do the gatekeepers help or hurt the game? Alright, let's get into the ethics of this. Because on Street Ethics TV, we don't just talk problems, we talk principles. Gatekeepers often claim they're protecting the industry, right? They say they're curating talent, keeping standards high, or making sure the market don't get flooded with trash. And there's some truth to that. Imagine if every SoundCloud rapper got a record deal, every TikTok creator got a Netflix special. The game would be chaos, right? But flip the coin and you see the dark side. Gatekeepers can abuse their power. They can play favorites, demand kickbacks, or push agendas that exclude certain voices. How many times have we heard stories of artists getting shelled because they wouldn't sign a shady deal? Or entrepreneurs getting blackballed because they didn't kiss the right rings? Let's talk real history for a second. Back in the day, gatekeepers in the music industry, like radio DJs or label heads, could kill a career if you didn't play their game. Payola was the name of the hustle. Pay to get your song played. And while payola's illegal now, don't sleep. Modern gatekeepers still got its price. It might be clout, connections, or compromising your vision. And let's not ignore the diversity angle. Gatekeepers often decide what's mainstream or sellable, and that can marginalize creators from underrepresented communities. If the gatekeeper don't see themselves in your story, they might not see the value. That's why we see the same cookie cutter projects getting funded while bold, authentic voices get left on the cutting room floor. So what's the ethical line? Should gatekeepers have standards, or are they just perpetuating a system that rewards conformity over creativity? I want to hear from y'all. Drop your thoughts on X and let's keep this convo popping. Alright, let's get practical. How do you get past these gatekeepers and still keep it ethical? Because we ain't about selling out on Street Ethics TV. Here's a few strategies to help you navigate the game. 1. Build your own platform. You don't need a label or a studio to reach an audience anymore. Platforms like X, YouTube, or Patreon let you connect directly with your people, post consistently, engage with your fans, and let your work speak for itself. 2. Network smart. Gatekeepers often work through relationships. Get to industry events, DM folks on X, or slide into virtual rooms where the players are, but keep it genuine. Don't just network to use people. Build real connections. 3. Master your craft. The better your work, the harder it is for gatekeepers to annoy you. If your music, film, or product is undeniable, they'll come knocking. Invest in yourself. Take classes, study the greats, and keep grinding. 4. Leverage the crowd. Crowdfunding platforms like Kickstarter or GoFundMe can help you raise money without begging VCs or execs. Plus, it proves your ideas got demand. And 5. Stay true to you. Don't let a gatekeeper pressure you into changing your vision to fit their mold. Authenticity is your superpower. The right people will vibe with your truth. Now, this ain't easy. You might face rejection, shady deals, or straight up haters, but remember, every gatekeeper you face is a test of your hustle and your heart. Stay focused, stay ethical, and keep it pushing. Now that's going to end our segment for the day and bring us to a quick commercial break on Street Ethics TV podcast. When we return, we will get into our 10-question Q&A that we ask our audience.
What is Street Ethics? It's a network of artists and producers who come together to make music that inspires and influences people all over the world. We're always working on new projects and collaborations, and we're dedicated to bringing you the best in street music. We produce a variety of music genres, but our unique street music style is what sets us apart. If you're an artist or producer looking to collaborate, or if you just love good music, join us on our journey and check out our page for new releases and behind-the-scenes content.
Yo, what's up guys? Street Ethics Music Syndicate is back. We've got a new roster, new music, and we're taking over where we left off. We've got beats, we've got rhymes, and we're ready to make some noise. So stay tuned because we're about to unleash some fire. New music coming soon, so get ready.
We back at Street Ethics TV podcast, and now we're going to get into our 10-question Q&A that we ask our audience. Question 1. Who do you think are the most influential gatekeepers in your industry, and how do they shape opportunities for newcomers? Question 2. Have you ever faced a gatekeeper who blocked your progress? What was the experience like, and how did you overcome it? Question 3. How do you believe gatekeepers decide who gets access to opportunities, networks, or resources in your field? Question 4. Are gatekeepers necessary to maintain quality and standards in industries, or do they mostly create unfair barriers? Question 5. What role do you think money, connections, or status plays in being labeled as an industry gatekeeper? Question number 6. Can you share a success story of someone who broke through gatekeeper barriers without traditional credentials or insider help? Question 7. How have social media or platforms like X changed the power dynamics between gatekeepers and aspiring professionals? Question 8. What advice would you give to someone trying to navigate gatekeepers in a highly competitive industry? Question 9. Do you think gatekeepers are more prevalent in certain industries, as in entertainment, tech, finance, and compared to others, and why? And question 10, our last question of the day in our Q&A. How can communities or individuals challenge gatekeepers to create more equitable access to opportunities? What's your take? Have you dealt with a gatekeeper, and how would you handle it? Hit us up on X at StreetEthics_ and slide into our DMs. We want to hear your stories. And if you feeling this episode, share it with your crew and leave us a review. It helps us keep the movement growing. Leave your answers and comments in the comment section of this episode. And if you have any questions about today's show or any questions about today's Q&A, leave your comments in the comment section also, so we can chat and chop it up on our next episode of Street Ethics TV podcast. Subscribe to Street Ethics TV podcast on our YouTube channel and follow Street Ethics TV podcast right here on Spotify.